So we will start with the biological contaminants. Microbial contaminants we will start afterwards here. Next slide. So biological contamination usually causes greatest and broadest danger to consumers. Major biological contamination in foods is the microbiological contaminations that is caused by various organisms like bacteria, mold, insect and their fragments. Okay. When the pathogenic microorganisms grow in food products, it causes illness in many hundreds of thousands of consumers. Some of these illnesses can be quite serious, even fatal too. Most food processing operators will be at risk from one or more biological hazards, either from raw materials or during the process. It is observed that major foodborne illness is due to contamination caused by microbiological agent. The biological hazard include personal hygiene, contaminated raw materials, contaminated waters, and the environmental microflora among bacteria, for example, Escherichia coli, E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Clostridium, okay, and the metal that is lead. These are the list of hazards. Molds also produce mycotoxins, which can be very poisonous. Example, aflatoxins, patulins. Biological hazards can either macrobiological or microbiological, both can be possible. Okay. Sorry. Now the microbiological contaminations. Visible microbiological contamination in the food industries. This figure shows you the caterpillars, fly, cockroaches, okay, then weevils, worms. These are the visible biological hazardous compound or organism in food. Okay. Now it's include the presence of flies, insect in the food or food products. It rarely pose a risk themselves to food products, but may be serious if insects are poisonous, or there may be an indirect or direct insect by harboring pathogenic microorganism. Okay. And introducing this to the food and food products, as we shown in the figure, this on the whole or appearance of macrobiological hazardous simple cause, revulsion or sudden change of feeling. If you eat something and if it is insect, flies or anything, caterpillar, like usually you will feel usually to consider these microbiological issues as foreign materials or physical contaminant rather than these biological hazards. Okay. So I will not give in depth for this contaminant, or I can say this is directly. So microbiological food contaminants, pathogenics or disease, that is differently either directly or indirectly to the human. Direct effect resulting from an infection or invasion of bodies. For example, that is through bacteria, viruses, parasite, protozoa. Indirect effect are caused by the formation of toxic compounds that is produced by this food, by bacteria or mold. Bacterial food contamination are different kinds. Okay, so this contaminant reaction produced by the gram stain bacteria that leads to exert that effect through invasion of host or food-based infection. Okay, so food poisoning can be possible, right? Am I right or wrong? So these are the various effects through which now we will see this microbial contaminant or this effect through various. So this is the first is Campylobacter jejuni, mishandling of raw poultry and consumption of undercooked poultry are the main cause of this Campylobacter species contamination. Then Clostridium botulinum. Okay, this is one of the bioweapon. Bacteria produce toxins in the food responsible for botulism, the deadly paralytic nerve illnesses in any human beings. Okay. Then E. coli, everyone knows, yes, a leading cause of food contaminants. Based in from 1990, estimated there are 73,000 cases of infection and 61 deaths occurs in the United States and that year. Okay, E. coli, this strain number E. coli 017 H7 strain is found in ground beef, raw milk, chicken, vegetables and fruit. Okay, another is Salmonella. This is also there, Salmonella typhimurium. Salmonella contamination can occur in meat, poultry, egg and milk product, as I said. Shigella, you know, the most common food that this bacteria can contaminate include salad, potato, chicken, seafood, vegetable, raw vegetable as well as milk and milk product, means dairy product and meat product can especially, that is Shigella is there. Then Staphylococcus aureus can found in the custard or creamy based baked food. For example, ham, not here. Ham, poultry, egg, potato salad, cream sauce, sandwich, ice creams. Okay. Vibrio cholera. This Vibrio cholera, this bacteria causes the well-known disease cholera that has caused many outbreaks all over the world, and it can be transmitted by the water or food. So this is the major compounds, major this bacteria is found in various region. Okay, so Vibrio vulni because free-living ocean bacteria that can cause foodborne illness from the contaminant seafoods, especially dangerous in the warm weathers. Okay, when eating shellfish that are undercooked or raw, that is more dangerous if you do like this. Okay, spoiled milk is mostly caused by the bacteria. Milk means lacto. Okay, Lactococcus cremoris and Enterobacter that cause milk to form long white strands, not standards. Water contamination usually due to the presence of 3 bacteria. Water contamination usually because of which are the microorganisms? E. coli, Clostridium, perfringens, Enterococcus or Enterococci, the bacteria normally found in the faces of the people and many animals. So we are washing our hands from inside or outside? Right? The parasitic food contamination. Parasites are organism that lives on host and obtain nourishment without benefiting or killing the host. They enter the body through the mouth when the contaminant food or drink is swallowed or taken. There are many different types of range in size of single cell, microscopic or organism like protozoas, or longer or multicellular worms, that is helminths, that can also seen without a microscope. Parasite that contaminate food includes these are. So this font is very slow, normal one, so you have to read carefully. For example, this entomobile histolytica parasite that causes amoebic dysentery characterized by the severe diarrhea. Yes, it is transmitted by contaminated water and is often called traveler dysentery because of its prevalence in developing nations. Another is Giardia duodenalis. Okay. These microscopic parasites that can live in the intestine of the animals. In the intestine of animals. Then toxoplasmic gondii, then Trichinella spiralis, then Tinea. Okay, these are the helminths. They are now uncommon in the United Tinea. Okay, Trichinella spiralis is the intestinal roundworm. Okay, infection are most prevalent where pork or wild game consumed raw or undercooked. Same thing is Toxoplasma, that is single-celled microscopic parasite found in the throughout the world and found in the food such as raw or uncooked meat, especially pork, lamb or wild game, and in drinking untreated waters. Then Cyclospora. This is also microscopic parasites. This is little is known about this organism, even though of infection are being reported from various countries in the very low frequencies is there, but nowadays it is increasing. Then Cryptosporidium pyrenum, permum, yes, Cryptosporidium permum, that is microscopic parasite, a significant cause of water contamination worldwide. It is found in the, as I said, intestine of herd animals. Herd means cow, sheep herd, goat herd, deer herd, and it. Okay. So this is the microbial contaminations. Now we will see the invisible biological hazards. Continues with that. I have already been given invisible, that microscopic, and there viruses, mold, protozoa, yeast and bacteria. These are the invisible biological contamination in the food industry. Most of them were detected through the media base in the, for example, bacteria, Salmonella, E. coli, enterobacters, that can also be detected, and many various kits are also. Yeast you can see with the fungal growth, if it is found there. Protozoa we cannot see. Mold you can see with your eyes. Two viruses we cannot assume, but it requires to ELISA or electron microscope to detect. Okay. Now one by one we will start with the protozoa. Protozoa